So, hi guys, William here, someone with Rustam, and so I am about to leave Oxford today. So
as far as we know, we're studying in Oxford. I've been studying here for 4 months. William is without saying he's leaving today.
Yeah.
So that's why we're gonna tell you.
Back to France. I'm gonna do some vlogs in France. I'm gonna do different places with my grandparents. My sister and I and my cousin are gonna do some food challenges, so it'll be quite fun. Yes, and we've got some things to look forward to, guys.
So today we're gonna tell you about life in Oxford.
Yeah. So we're just about to enter our school where we spent the 4 months every single day apart from the weekend. So yeah, we're just about to go into school. Leave a like, guys, in the videos, and subscribe if you're new. First of all, to Rustam's channel because he's done a few tricks, and the last video about football, which was very clever from my point of view. And yeah, subscribe to mine also.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just about to enter school.
So here we go. Our school is called Carfax.
Yeah, it's a one and one tuition.
That's such a brilliant name. Here we go. Carfax Tutorial Establishment. Why have we entered that after shooting?
So there's different classes, so in the hallway. Yeah. Hi. In the common room.
William's gonna miss this place.
Yeah. Gonna miss it where everyone like comes back here to just to like chill out. Then here we're gonna have a kitchen. Just a small kitchen.
Lots of biscuits usually.
There's normally biscuits here. Yeah. It's pretty dark because no one's in school. Here we've got the toilets, well, I'm not going to show you. There. Water. Let's go show them. Office. That's for the like head of school stuff like that. This. Classroom. So yes, you're just with the one teacher. We'll go upstairs.
Where do we need to go upstairs?
Oh, I just got a message.
I'm gonna be so fun with this here.
So just going up.
There's literally no one.
There's no one. This is a study room, so.
Got some dishes.
So yeah, so there's still some lessons now. So another classroom. Prep room, just I showed you from a different angle. Where you have to go in prep. Yeah, so that's it, I think. Right. There's no more classrooms here.
Here we go.
There's another one here. Yeah, it's quite nice. I think here there's an art room.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's always closed.
It's shut. Okay, so we're gonna head down. Going downstairs a different way.
We've got the main office.
Main office where all the head of school are. Just we're not going to show you because we're not allowed to go in. This is the office with the tutors and stuff come. Yeah, that's mainly it. Yeah, now we're going to head back down to Square Small School. Yeah, you'll have to sign. Why are you signing in? He's signing in. Great. You hold it.
I was about to pray you.
I've got a bloody message. Wait, my dad just sent me a message. This thing is in my diary. Okay, done. You. Yeah. Just to film that downstairs. Turn your phone on.
This drink is amazing. What's it called? Rubico. Which is nice. Yeah, the shop is down there.
So yes, generally, I mean, personally, I'm leaving here. Rustam's still got a week, but personally, I've enjoyed Oxford a lot. Before with Rustam, we didn't know each other, so I mean, we've started YouTube together. We've done a lot of stuff. We played football, with FIFA. I went to Thorpe Park. He didn't because he's still Russia. We went to the English national team training.
Yeah, that's
place.
great.
Yeah, we've been
smashed, but never mind.
Yeah, we lost completely.
we was
came
10th
head
place
down.
of the 10th team.
Yeah, our team of school.
So on the
shit.
bottom of the league, but that's okay.
No, I got nearly offered a place to go to Reading Academy football. I actually did. But I'm not going because I have to get to Cheltenham. Yeah, so I've got a busy summer. I'll vlog quite a lot in the summer, guys. Yeah, with my sister, I think she's going to take part on my videos. I do a house tour of my house in France. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. So I think I've said what I had to say. But Sam, your personal opinion on in life on Oxford.
Well, Oxford is an amazing city, but it's freaking boring. Everything shuts at 6 o'clock. So literally, I finish school at 6. I come out, and I see that everything is closed. The only thing where we spend with William all our days
Is
was
FIFA.
FIFA place. Yeah, so just a FIFA club where you pay money and you play FIFA. Just the only place to do in Oxford.
That's the only good place which shuts at 10.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's nothing shuts at 10. You know, I mean, in France, like shops tend to shut at like 9 o'clock at night. Here, you come out from school, everything's
Yes.
shut.
Exactly.
What is the point of having a timetable that shuts at 6? It finishes at 6. I mean, seriously. Then we're just gonna buy some Beats for West Ham.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy new earphones.
I may vlog my return to France with my dad. Because I told my dad I was starting YouTube. He said he watched my videos actually. You know my dad. I just told him. Yeah, he actually laughed.
Check out our prank videos.
Yeah, we've done some prank in
They're
McDonald's,
good.
Burger King.
That's why I'm not allowed to
Hilarious.
go to Burger King now.
Yeah.
Because I was about to get to the police
I
by
did the
Burger
ice
King.
bucket challenge. I did so much stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's did chili challenge.
I did the fucking chili challenge when I.
That's why his mouth is still burning.
Well, I mean, maybe not now. It's like a few months later.
Few
But
months
still.
later.
I mean, I did it about a month ago, I think. Well, sorry guys for not uploading the last few weeks. It's because I had exams and stuff like that, and yeah, I've been more focused on school. But now, end of school finished.
Saying
Back
goodbye to
focused.
Oxford.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be back there. I'll be back there.
Yeah.
I'll be next year, and so on.
So yeah, we're just going. There's Oxford.
Big shop because I need to buy earphones.
There's a part from Oxford, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll look at West Ham. Having his drink. I would recommend definitely this drink. It is sick. So we're just in town. There's so many people today. I don't know. There's a special day today. I know that tomorrow is Father's Day, but I don't think that is why. No, so I don't know where we're going. West Ham knows a shop called Curry's PC World. It's like we want to buy some Beats, so fair enough. Yeah, so yeah, we'll catch you up later, guys. It was William and West Ham. See ya.